Well, hello and welcome to a late night daily for me. Not only do I have extremely bad hair day, as you might see, I'm also quite tired, so we'll see whether we can get through this one rather quickly. We have a kingdom that is interesting as it's lacking attacks, so it's really just a race for speed. But as always, I will start by just going through the kingdom cards and put a timestamp to which you can skip if you're not interested in that. We have Courtyard, plus 3 cards. Put a card from your hand onto your deck. Very simple. Essentially draws you 2 cards and lets you see one more card that you have to put back. Haven, plus 1 card, plus 1 action. Set aside a card from your hand face down under this. At the start of your next turn, put it into your hand. So Haven is a duration, not really draw card. It sometimes can save cards over your shuffles, but it can also enable some nice consistency. Astrolabe, now and at the start of your next turn, plus 1 coin and plus 1 buy, is a duration treasure that, yeah, is not super impressive, but pretty okay. Sea chart, plus 1 card, plus 1 action. Reveal the top card of your deck if you have a copy of it in play. Put it into your hand. So this one synergizes well with duration cards. If you have a Caravan or a Haven or an Astrolabe from last turn still in play, you play the Sea Chart, you reveal them, then you can draw them. But if you have a bunch of treasures in your deck, then usually Sea Chart isn't all too great. And yeah, I mean, it synergizes with itself. Like sea charts can always draw other sea charts, and yeah, but it's a bit hard to build up consistent draw with it. Caravan, plus 1 card, plus 1 action, and at the start of your next turn, plus 1 card. Simple enough. Courtier, reveal a card from your hand for each type it has, like action, attack, duration, treasure, whatever. Choose 1, plus 1 action, or plus 1 buy, or plus 3 coins, or gain a gold. The choices must be different. And this one is a nice payload card. Here there are many 2-type cards. There's no 3-type card, but yeah, usually quite a viable option if there is no other great options of payload. Speaking of payload, we have a weaker one here. Merchant ship says now and at the start of your next turn, plus 2 coins. Very simple, but yeah, it needs village support and a lot of draw support. Not great here. Sometimes great with stuff like Tactician, but not here. Patrol is a smithy variant that draws you 3 cards, and then you reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, put the victory cards and curses into your hand, put the rest back in any order. Then we have Trading Post, a trasher that trashes 2 cards from your hand. If you did, you gain a silver to your hand. So this one can thin your deck slowly, turning everything into silvers. Yeah, quite nice at that, but it comes at a steep price point of 5. Finally, we have Nobles, which is either a smithy or a necropolis, your choice when you play it, and also worth 2 money and therefore an action victory card. And Nobles is not a great village, like it's way too expensive, and yeah, sometimes you have to use it for the 3 cards, but it fills that niche, so yeah, you sometimes do go for it in kingdoms where it's required. And yeah, that concludes the card discussion. I hope it's okay that this was a bit shorter. We can now look at the kingdom plot, which looks quite arrow-shaped, quite funny. And yeah, there's a bunch of draw in this kingdom: Sea Chart, Caravan, Nobles, Patrol, Courtyard. But it's not super great draw if you don't pair it up with villages, or if you just get a bunch of them. Like either you get a bunch of Sea Charts, a bunch of Caravans, then you have okayish draw, or if you can get a bunch of Patrol Nobles into your deck. The nice thing about Patrol is that it puts victory cards and curses into your hand, so Nobles get put into your hand. This is a nice synergy, but it can also disincentivize you from playing your Patrol as the last terminal action card, as you might grab the nobles out of your next hand, and then you are going to be a bit sad about drawing them. But yeah, this is a slight combo. The trashing, the thinning, well, maybe I should put trading post to a thinning quality of just 1, because the steep price point means that it's a bit annoying to get going and not very fast thinning. And yeah, as I already said, there is no attack here. A bit of alt VP via nobles, but still, yeah, you will need to build really tight here, and you might as well lose to bad draws in the early game. I think this, yeah, doesn't look too enticing of a kingdom. As for the openings, I think on the for 3, you go for something like Caravan Silver, maybe Caravan Haven or Silver Haven is also a viable opening. Not all too great, actually. I think the Caravan Silver is the best. Maybe you can also put in an Astrolabe, but the goal would be to hit 5, so the Silver is a bit better at that, I think. Of course, if you can play the Astrolabe turn 3, then have the +1 coin on turn 4, you are also likely to hit 5. But yeah, with the Caravan Silver opening, if you manage to play Caravan turn 3, then you're guaranteed to hit 5. And if you manage to play it on turn 4, you're also very likely to hit 5 or double 4, which is not as great, but you can at least pick up a few caravans. On the 5-2, I think it's pretty clear that you want to be picking up a trading post, and I think Haven is a great card to go with it. Courtyard is also alright, but the problem about Courtyard is that if you find it in the same hand with your trading post, then, well, if that's turn 3, you can play the Courtyard, top deck the trading post, and be pretty happy. But if you find them turn 4, you don't want to play the Courtyard anymore. But otherwise, you might also be lucky, find the trading post turn 3, play to the courtyard turn 4, trigger a nice shuffle, and top deck the trading post essentially. So I don't know. It's probably a matter of style, of what you want to go for. Anyways, yeah, what do we build for here? I maybe should have said this in the kingdom analysis section. I kind of forgot about it. But yeah, I think we're trying to get thin and clean, as thin and clean as possible, and try to build the engine. I think it's pretty tight against money strategy that just goes for provinces as quick as possible. So we need to be on our toes. It's also awkward to put in the nobles at first, I think. Maybe a courtier can help reach price points and get plus buy-in early. But yeah, it's not the greatest kingdom. I'm not looking forward to playing it all too much. Let's see. So let's open Silver Caravan. And the AI does have the trading post. We, on the other hand, might not even hit 5 here. Well, at least we do. We also get to put the trading post into this shuffle. And we do get to trash 2 estates. Now here's the first big decision of the game, I think. What do we want to have in this next shuffle? This next hand, what are we going to hit? There is 1 silver and 3 coppers in it. Or no, 4 coppers in it. So, and we are going to draw all 6 cards. So we are going to hit 6. In principle, that means we could go for a petrol or courtier and then nobles on the next turn. It's all not super great. Like the early deck composition is going to be still awful. So there might be even an argument for caravan or a second trading post. Maybe we go for the second trading post. It's a split decision, but yeah, let's see what this will do for us. Probably they collide and we're going to be very sad. It's a bit unfortunate that we don't find any caravans here, but now we've committed to this strategy. Hopefully we find the nobles. We don't, so that means this trading post was completely useless. But at least we got to put two caravans into play, meaning that we get to play the nobles, get to draw here, get to hit the plus buy, which can allow us to put in an astrolabe and a caravan. Maybe also Haven will be good, but now, yeah, astrolabe was really necessary. We do get to put in one more nobles. Next turn we should start picking up petrol as well. Nah, it's not looking great. Our draw seems to be on the bottom. At least, well, that was quite nice. We don't find the astrolabe that we already have in our deck. But we can still go for maybe Haven Caravan or Astrolabe Haven. Next turn there's two nobles already there. The AI does also build some sort of nobles courtier deck. It does have 3 golds in its deck, and it does start to province here, so I have to say I'm pretty concerned actually. We, on the other hand, only hit this, so yeah, next turn there's going to be sad, right? The courtier and the trading posts are in here, so let's stick in another nobles. Maybe we will find the nobles with one of those two caravans. Yeah, indeed we do. And here just thin down even more. Actually, we can play the courtier first to play for an action and coins, right? Actually, yeah, action and coins is the best course of action to make use of what we have. And we hit 13, which we can use to pick up the last nobles, a patrol, and another haven. And the AI has 2 provinces and also few nobles, so not looking good. We at least do get to play the patrol here. And let's see. We can tuck away the trading post, I think. Or do we want to thin down further? I think we need to be a bit more aggressive and go for, I don't know, coin gold and just go for petrol and caravan here. I get a bunch of draw into our deck that we can actually start consistently hitting big numbers. AI is at probably 3 provinces after this turn. So yeah, let's see what we can do here. We have to use one of those nobles for draw. We can use another petrol here. That's super great. And we do get to set aside one of the patrols with our haven. So that means that unfortunately we need to miss out on playing this caravan, I think. Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, it's really worth setting aside this petrol, and only now we're starting to get rid of our last coppers. It's pretty late, and yeah, but we do hit some nice numbers, so we do get to maybe province. Actually, let me play this courtier for a buy instead of a gold, or instead of a, yeah, probably instead of gold. Just pick up province, patrol, no, haven, C chart, a bit more draw into our deck. Yeah, I think I like this. And now this turn, if we draw, we should be able to hit double province, and that will be enough to win. But it was quite scary, or it is still quite scary. Like, do we hit enough to double province? How much money is this? This is 4, this is 6, 10, 11, 12, so not enough yet to double province. So we will need to set aside this nobles and just go for double duchy estate, I think. It's not great. But if AI province is here, we do have a chance of just buying province duchy to come back. And I don't think AI can double province at this point. Yeah, should be rather unlikely. I mean, it does have the courtiers to do so, in principle, to get the buy as well, but yeah, it really shouldn't be able to. And we do need to use one of our nobles for draw, which is awful, but we do get to find the patrol here. Now, had we not picked up one of the nobles there, I think I would have first played... Actually, no. Let's guarantee some draw. Here we have a caravan in play, so we can play the sea chart, guarantee the draw of one of the caravans. I was just about to say, if you have remaining patrols in hand and you see 4 cards that you top deck, it makes sense to first play a caravan before you play the next patrol, because then you draw 3 and have the chance of revealing 4 once again, and not one card that you already had revealed. But here it doesn't really matter. So now, yeah, what do we want to do? I think we just need to... Do we draw the astrolabe, or... Yeah, I think it's good to draw it, because then we'll have a nice card to reveal. And here, yeah, and we don't even need to play the trading post. Maybe we could have also just gotten rid of the nobles there. Also a possibility, but we do get to win this one, but it was tight. And yeah, we didn't have optimal draws in the early game. We did that second trading post, which didn't work out at all. And in the end, it came down to AI not being fast enough to outscore us. Like, maybe it also didn't have the greatest draws. I'm a bit too tired to have paid attention to that. But yeah, 17 turns feels rather slow. I guess with better early game draws, you do get to finish a turn or so earlier. But yeah, I don't know. Not the most stable kingdom, I think. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will try to catch you in the next one, hopefully in a more awake state. Goodbye.